Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has dissolved the parliament at midnight and declared a date for new elections. The fresh polls will be held in two phases on the 12th and the 19th of November this year. Now, this comes after President of Nepal felt that no party or political alliance had the numbers to form the government under the current circumstances and the prevalent constitutional provisions. Nepal's President Bidya Devi Bhandari asked Prime Minister Oli to prove the numbers and form the government by 5 p.m. on Friday. Now, Oli summoned an emergency cabinet meeting at midnight and then dissolved the House and declared dates for fresh elections. Now, this is the second time that Prime Minister Oli has dissolved the House. Both Oli's faction and the opposition alliance had staked to form the government, but the president rejected both the claims, realizing the push and pull within both the political alliances, and as both were short on numbers to form the government. The Oli government was stuck in a quagmire after a faction of 28 lawmakers led by former Prime Minister Madhav Kumar Nepal had withdrawn support from their leader. Madhav had previously accused Oli of projecting himself as the sole head of the party and disregarding other senior leaders. It is to be noted that Madhav Kumar's faction had walked off during the trust vote held for Oli on the 5th of May. Meanwhile, in an election set for a vacant seat in the National Assembly for the Bagmati province, Ram Bahadur Thapa, the candidate of the ruling CPN-UML, had received only 103 votes, while Dr. Khimlal Devkota, the candidate of the opposition alliance of Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre and the Janta Samajwadi Party, is leading with a total of 128 votes. Now, this might indicate the public sentiment against Prime Minister Oli, who is seeking fresh polls in November. For more details on this story, WION correspondent Saloni Murarka has sent us this report from Lahan in Nepal. Take a look.
With another new development, Nepal politics has taken a major turn. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has once again dissolved the parliament and has announced a fresh election that will be held in two phases. The first on November 12th and the second on the November 19th of this year. Earlier, President Bhandari had called on the members of parliament to form a new government, and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and the opposition leader Sher Bahadur Deva both had forwarded their claims, to which President Bhandari said that both of the leaders, they fall short of required provisions and further will not be allowed to form a new government, and rejected their claims. Well, this is not the first time that Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has taken a step like this. Back in December 2020, Prime Minister had dissolved the House and had also announced an election. So exactly, we will have to wait and see if this November election goes as planned and if Nepal will see a new government in November. Saloni Murarka for WION World is One in Lahan, Nepal.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.